Baby, you should know this. I ain't going, and I ain't blowing no smoke. I mean, I've been sober.
Hey babies, I'm back again with a highly requested video. If you want to see how I achieved this look, step by step, stay tuned and keep on watching. Okay, as you can see, I'm just showing you the unit I'll be working with. This is a curly 13x4 wig, lace front. I love myself a lace front, okay? What we're going to do is make sure that we get all the tangles out of this wig. We need something easier to work with, okay? You're going to see me spray the front of this wig just so we can get all the bumps out of it. Because as you lay your lace, you don't want any bumps, nothing, okay? Regardless of the pattern of this wig, if you have a straight wig, the process does not differ, okay? Brush out the tangles. I just love how the curls fall down on this wig. It's not really giving me a lot of shedding, which I like. I wanted something big and it's giving huge, so this is what we're going to be working with. Make sure you detangle your wig, okay? Especially the front that we'll be focusing on. You're going to do this on both sides and make sure everything is straight to the back, okay? Straight to the back. It also comes with its own hairline, as you can see, and that's what I love about this wigs. Secondly, we're going to go in with our straightener or hot comb, which either one you have. Go in just to flatten that lace to the back, okay? We just want the hair in the front on the lace to the back. I'm going to set this on 20. If you know your hot comb or straightener gets too hot, please do not burn your hair. Don't burn your wigs, okay? We just want this flat to the back, so that's all I'm using it for. You don't have to really go in and straighten the hair piece by piece. We just want this to the back. Just press it on the front, slick it to the back, okay? That's all we want to do. I keep going back and forth with this because I really don't want to have to struggle with this wig when I'm trying to put it on my forehead. I don't want no bumps. I don't want nothing. So I keep going back and forth just to make sure my lace is sleeked to the back, okay? And I highly recommend this process. Now, all you're going to need is your combs. I do take 2 combs or use 2 combs. One that's good for heat, that one. And then the other one, which you see how I burn it because it's not made for heat. But that metal rod, we're just going to call it a rod. I don't know what it is. That is to sleek your lace down to your forehead, okay? A clip for your hair and then a brush. You can use an old toothbrush, whatever you can use to sleek your edges to the back, okay? That's what you're going to need. And then you're going to need mousse. I love my olive oil mousse. Some got-to-be glue spray, or you can use your Wonder Lace glue, whatever you have to place your lace, okay? Next up, as you can see, I did do my bold head method already. Next up, you're going to take your lace, your color, foundation or powder, and a brush. Add that to the inside of the lace, okay? We're going to do a temporary tint. Since we did not tint our lace, we're going to temporary tint it. Put that all over your lace, okay? As you can see me here, just spreading that all over my lace, okay? Making sure it caught all the lace. Make sure you spread it so well over your lace. It should look like it's tinted. That's the goal. Next up, you're going to add that same color to your bold head. I highly recommend you wear your wigs with a wig cap, pasted or not. It just lessens the friction between your actual hair and the wig. Next up, we're going to go back again and comb that wig to the back. We are going to make sure everything is laid to the back, okay? That's how your wig is supposed to look in the inside. Also, we're going to turn this wig inside out so we can cut out the combs. I just feel it makes the wig look bulky. And if I cut them out, it's going to have a more flat look on my head. And that is what you want, okay? You don't need to do this if you don't want to. But I'm going to do it because it just prevents that bulky look. Because this is a lace wig. We want it to look flat to our head, okay? Cut it all off. Also, take your time when doing this. You don't want to cut some holes into your wig. So do take your time, okay? Now your wig is supposed to look like this on the inside. When we're done with that, we're going to make sure that last part is on. Just for a grip on the back, you really, really do need that. Now we're going to flip this wig on, okay? Make sure this wig is on. Girl, now we're going to literally position this wig. We're going to position this wig, make sure this is what we want. We're going to see where we want our lace to lay. Also, I do have a big forehead. I have a Rihanna ×2, so yeah, we gotta make this stuff look nice. This is how you're gonna measure. Go back and forth, girl. Make sure this is where you want to lay your wig, because after you cut that lace, there's no going back, okay? Make sure this is where you want to cut your lace. This is where you want to lay your lace, and it looks normal. Make sure it looks normal. Keep going back and forth to see if this is what you want, okay? Especially for the girls that do the bald head method, you want to make sure that lace is literally laying on top of that cap, okay? Not nowhere back, not too much, okay? You want to make sure everything is perfected, because after this step, it's done, okay? It's done. As you can see, I keep going back and forth, loosening it up, and now we're gonna pull it back and add some powder. That same color powder on our lace. This is where we couldn't reach at first. I'm literally just making sure I touch all the ends of this lace wig, this lace frontal, making sure everything is in, okay? Like I said, keep going back and forth. This is why this video is so long, because I want to show you the mistakes I make and how I fix them. A lot of people cut out that stuff. But anyway, this is me taking my glue. Make sure when you do, before you spray your glue, that your blow dryer is on. I'm so sorry for not telling you need a blow dryer in the beginning, but that blow dryer needs to be on cold, on full blast, okay? Every time you spray your glue, I'm going to do 3 layers of this. Every time you spray your glue, you blow dry. Make sure it's tacky and dry, okay? Now we're gonna put our hair to the back. Make sure that nothing is coming to the front. You need a comb. I use my fingers. I don't really need a comb for this, but if you want to use a comb to spread out the glue, then do that, baby. Just do whatever you're comfortable with. I use my finger because I'm kind of used to this and I feel it's easier to spread out the glue. But like I said, put your blow dry on full blast cold. Keep that thing on your forehead so that every time you spray, it keeps drying on time, okay? You don't want that stuff running down your forehead. It's not nice. You see what I'm doing? It's on full blast and I'm spreading it out with my fingers. I'm going to be doing a 3-layer because I'm going to have my wig on for more than 3 days. It's really annoying taking this off every day. But if you want to do like 2 layers, 1 layer, you can do you, baby, no problem. As you can see, I'm spreading out, making sure my glue touches all the edges, okay? All the edges. You want to make sure, and a little goes a long way, mama. A little goes a very long way. Spray a little, make sure it dries or it's tacky, and then you move to another section. Okay, don't spray the whole forehead first. Spray section by section so that things can dry on time. Then you can move to another section. You see? Make sure it's dry. Make sure it's tacky. Make sure the combos are connecting on here. Okay? As you can see me going back and forth, spraying, making sure it's dry, spraying, making sure it's dry. Like I said, I'm going to do 3 layers. But if you wanted to do 1 or 2, that's okay. Do you, boo? Because me doing 3 layers means my wig is going to go 3 days plus, okay? 3 days plus. Make sure you don't skip a step, okay? 3 layers. Make sure all the layers are dry before you add another layer. That's what you want to do. It should be dry, not tacky, because if the foundation is not good, it's going to lift within a day. As long as there's sweat that touches that wig, it's going to lift. And that's what we are trying to avoid. That's why I do 3 layers, just to secure my base, okay? My foundation needs to be settled and strong. As you can see me doing here is just going back and forth like I keep saying. Go back and forth. Keep that thing on blast and cold. Don't use a hot or warm blow dry, okay? It should be on cold. It should literally blow that head to the back. That's what you want. This is one of the reasons why I don't cut my lace in the beginning, just so I could have a grip and see if in case I make a mistake, okay, I can at least take off the wig, wash the glue off, and then start over with the process. Instead of cutting the lace first, now you can't go back because the lace is already cut and you probably didn't cut it according to your hairline. That's why I keep saying, leave the lace on until you're done pasting, then you're gonna cut, okay? Please, honeys, do not skip a step at all. Once you skip a step, everything goes wrong, okay? So you're gonna want to keep doing that. You see me rubbing my finger trying to see which parts are dry, trying to see which parts are already, good to go. Because on my fourth layer, that's when I place my wig on, okay? That's when we go in and we finish up this whole thing. There's a part that's going to look like a catastrophe. I am just giving you guys a heads up, but this is how you get this thing right, okay? Don't worry, everybody makes mistake. As long as that lace is still on, everything is fixable, okay? Everything is fixable as long as that lace is not cut. You're gonna see me rubbing. Please do remove the glue from your fingers. Do not touch glue with glue, okay? Now we're gonna put down that lace exactly where we measured it out, okay? Push down that lace, and now you press it down with your hands, and you're gonna go in with your comb in a second, okay? Make sure you're placing that lace exactly where you measured it out. That's why you saw me take so long going in and out, trying to see if this is the right measurement. You see what I'm doing? Push that lace down exactly where you want it, okay? Exactly where you want it, and then push it down with your fingers. Now you're gonna see me take a comb. That's what you want to do. Take a comb and start combing it in. Comb the lace down to your scalp, because your scalp and that lace is gonna be one now. They are uniting, my darling. They need to be one. Put that lace down. Okay, if you miss this step, this is you not pressing in the lace into that 3-layer glue that you just put, that 1-layer glue you just put. You see, me doing this is me pressing in all that lace into that glue. It's going to sit for days, trust me. As long as you treat your lace good, it's going to sit for days. I tell you, I guarantee you that. As you can see, there are some parts of this lace that did not glued to my head, and I'm gonna keep going back and forth trying to paste that lace to my skin, okay? As you can see, I'm just checking out how far this hair is below my ear, because those parts are gonna be the parts we're gonna cut, okay? I know a lot of people hate cutting their lace, but we all know it's fake. We just gotta make these things look natural, okay? We just gotta make it look natural. As you can see me keep going back and forth. That's what you want to do, mama. First, put on that thing. That thing. Spray your got-to-be glue or your lace bond glue, and then you go in with your blow dry. Okay, make sure you go in with your blow dry on cold, on blast, and then you're gonna spray again your 2nd layer or your 3rd layer, whatever you're doing, and then you're gonna press that thing down to your scalp. Make sure it unites with your scalp, okay? That is what you want. You're gonna feel the grip when you're done cutting your lace. You're gonna feel the grip of that lace on your scalp. That's if you're doing 3 layers. Keep going in with that blow dry. Just keep going and double checking everything is good. We all want to walk out with a good looking lace, so it's very necessary you do that. Keep going in wherever. Take your time. Do not touch the lace yet, okay? Because we still have to cut down the sideburns. Because we have to free the ears, my nigga. Free the ears, okay? It needs to look natural. Your ears need to be out. No lace above the ear. That just does not look okay? And I've seen a lot of people scared to cut their lace just because they don't want to lose no hair, but it is necessary. You need your ears out, okay? Take your comb and trace around your ear, as you can see me doing. Any hair that's left behind, that is what you're going to cut off, okay? You're going to have your scissors ready and your comb. Trace behind your ear. You're going to trace right around the ear. You see what I'm doing? Right around the ear. Make sure you don't cut no tracks. Make sure you do not touch the tracks, because that is going to be the end of it, okay? You always stand in front of a mirror. That's why you see me looking the other way. Trace around the ear. The part that's left with the lace, the hair that's left with the lace is the the part you cut down. Okay, that's what you want to do. You're gonna see me trace around my ear. That's what you want to do. Trace around, go around multiple times just to make sure you're cutting the right amount of hair off with the lace that's left, okay? Because as you can see, my ear is tucked under that lace. That's not what we want, okay? And you're gonna take your scissors and you're gonna cut in that same direction. Do not go nothing, don't go funny, okay? You can either go straight or just follow the way it's going. You trace around the ear and you cut that piece off nice and slowly. Take your time. Take your time to do this, okay? You don't want to mess your lace up. And now we're going to take that ear out. I hate cutting off hair, I tell you. But a girl got to do what a girl got to do. That ear needs to be out, okay? We got to look normal over here. And please do not scrape the glue as I'm doing. I'm just trying to be a perfectionist, but you don't need to do that, okay? You really don't need to do that. You're going to fix that with alcohol. Alcohol wipes or alcohol you buy in the pharmacy, okay? You're going to do exactly the same thing you did, okay, my darling? The same thing you did on that side is what you're going to do on this side. Comb your hair to the back. Make sure everything is to the back. And you're going to trace your comb around your ear. Whatever is left is what you cut. I didn't really have to cut off a lot here or any hairs per se because I did paste my wig a lot on the one side. That's why. But I was supposed to have equal-sided hair cut off on both sides. But as you can see, I cut off the lace and my ear is out, and that's what you want, okay? That is what you want. Your ear needs to be out because we still need to do sideburns and it needs to look very normal, okay? Very normal. Keep making sure that hair is to the back. I don't know why I'm ducking, but anyway, keep making sure that lace is to the back. Keep going in wherever you didn't paste. Take your time, okay? This is a very, if you cut this lace, this is what you're gonna have to stay with forever. So that's why I'm taking so long to do this, just so I could show you guys everything that I do to get this lace looking like it looks, okay? Beauty hurts, but this is just patience, baby. It's just patience. So this is what you're going to do. Keep going in with that blow dry. That is your best friend, okay? That is your best friend. And please do not come for me and say my blow dry is nasty. That is glue. I keep touching my lace and keep touching my blow dry. That's why the glue is packed up on my blow dry like that. But now we're going to make sure to do, you see what I do? Get that glue off your fingers. Do not mix glue with glue, okay? Now you're going to cut your lace into 4 sections. Not too deep, okay? Not too much. Just 4 sections, 5 sections, 6 sections. Do whatever, my baby. Because we don't want to be cutting one side of the lace and pulling the other side off. This is why I cut my lace into 4 sections. You could do 5, you could do 6, no problem. You see, I'm going to be cutting in my lace now. We're going to be cutting in the hairline. This is the part that's going to look like a catastrophe, but baby, trust the process, okay? Take your lace, and that's just me showing you that we're going to pluck, okay? We're going to do a little bit of plucking because we want this to look natural. I know this wig came pre-plucked, but no, we're going to have to do a little bit more. Also, do make a line in the middle just so you could have equal sides of the edges, because now this is where we section off our edges, okay? Here is where you do your magic. Here is where you freestyle. You can do 3 edges, 4 edges. I like 2 big ones. I like my edges big, and you can see I'm sectioning it off in a C, kind of like a swoop, you know. I don't want a boxy looking edge, you know, section and stuff like that. Make sure you see where that comb comes in. It comes into handy like that. It comes into handy like that. And you see me swooping it to the side just to see if I have the right amount of hair sectioned out, because we're going to pluck behind that section, okay? Because we don't want the hair to look, we already know this is a wig and it's fake, but we want it to look natural. So you're going to section off that hair, put it in a roll just to make sure it's sectioned off at one side. And now we're going to pluck. We're going to pluck behind that section just to make it look natural, okay? I do highly recommend you use a regular tweezer, the one you find in your pedicure box, just so that you don't pluck too much. Also, don't pluck in the same place twice, okay? Pluck twice and move. Don't pluck more than twice in the same place. Pluck and move, okay? You're just gonna go one time around that section, and that's it. Then you're gonna section it off again, okay? As you can see me going in, because I want it to look natural. I want that fade, you know, the fade on your eyebrow where it starts in a little bit, you know, brownish and it goes darker in. That's what I want with my hair. I want it to look like a real hairline, okay? Because nothing starts off just solid. It looks too plastic like that. If it starts off solid, I want it to fade in, okay? I want it to start with a fade in, and then it goes darker into the hairline. So as you can see me brushing out the hair that I pulled out. If you have that chunk of hair, it means you plucked your hair, okay? Do not pluck too much. Go in little by little. You see the front part that I plucked, that's what you're going to section away, and then you're going to pluck behind that section part again. Like I said, do not pluck more than twice on one section. Also, it just looks like there's a lot of hair missing because my scalp, the bald head method, it's literally coming through for me right now. It's coming through for me, okay? And the only way you're gonna see how far you plucked is if you add a little bit of that mousse, okay? Comb the hair back, add a little bit of that mousse, and look at the transition, baby. It looks like scalp. It's starting off like scalp, that fade in. Just look at it. Look, you see that fade in? That's what you want. You see that? That's what you want. You don't have to do this, my loves. It is very optional. Whatever you do on this at this point now is really optional. I'm gonna do the same exact thing with the plucking situation with my sideburns, okay? You want to section off your sideburns. Make sure this is the amount of hair you want on your sideburns. I really hate cutting hair. I hate cutting hair, but I just have to. But that comb, baby, with that rod, that metal rod, I'm just gonna call it a rod because I don't know what it is at this point. But that is where it comes into handy. You feel me? Because it just cuts out the exact amount of hair that you need, and it gives you that clean section off. That's what you want, okay? So I'm gonna keep sectioning off, putting back hair, you know, bringing some to the front, just because I'm trying to see what I like, what I don't, and I'm gonna pluck, okay? You're also gonna see me do something a little bit different, and it's gonna be me plucking the actual hair that I've sectioned off, just to make it a little bit few. Because why? My hair is thick. This hair is really, really thick that I have on. It's curly, as you can see, and I don't want to keep sectioning off more hair to the back just to make it fewer, because it's gonna look real funny when I lay my edges. But that is what you want to do. That is what you want to do. At that point, you want to pluck your hair. Keep plucking your hair. Keep plucking your hair. Make sure that's the amount you want. Like you saw, I plucked the hair that I sectioned to the front. I plucked it, and just for it to look way normal, okay? That's what you want to do. Like I said, it's optional. You don't have to. But I do recommend you do it just for it to look more natural. Pluck section, and then comb to the back. Just the same way you did the first the first edge you sectioned off. That's what you want to do with this sideburns too. Now you're going to make sure you do braid that hair down. Do whatever you can do to get that hair in one section. Make sure they are not losable, because you really don't want to lose hair that you just sectioned off perfectly like that. You see that line I made in the middle? It just kind of directs me so I could have equal sides, equal or at least equivalent looking edges on each side of the head, okay? That's why I keep going back and forth just to see where my line is at, because you want the stuff to look similar, okay? At least it's not gonna look like exact twins, but it's gonna look similar. Keep making sure that hair is to the back, okay? Make sure that hair is to the back. You're not taking any extra hair. You're sectioning off your hair with your time. And do make sure you follow the exact same steps you did with the other side, like the other side. Exact same steps. Check how much hair you need. Section off, pluck. That's what you need to do, okay? You want this to look as natural as possible. That's why I take my time when doing all of these things. Because I have a fan behind me, but it's not really helping because I live in Washington and I'm in a heat wave as we speak. Okay, now we're going to cut down our lace. Now we're going to push back the part of the lace that is pasted to our forehead that we don't need, okay? You want to cut as close to that hairline, that lace hairline, as close as possible. Cut zigzag. As you can see me doing here, I'm just pushing back the lace that I have to cut off, okay? That's what you want to do. Cut zigzag. As you can see me cutting, you don't want to cut straight because nobody's lace or forehead hairline is that straight, okay? Cut back. Don't worry about the excess glue that you keep seeing on the lace. That is where the alcohol wipes or alcohol comes in, okay? The alcohol you find in the pharmacy. That is going to melt that glue away, okay? Do not scrape your glue off like me. I don't know why I'm doing dumb stuff like this. Do not scrape it off. I'm used to doing this stupid stuff, but do not do it. You're gonna cut yourself, okay? Cut zigzag until you finish all of the lace off of your head, okay? Do not scrape off the glue. And please don't come for me and tell me, oh, Grace, your foundation and your forehead is not the same and yada, yada, yada. Listen, I have hyperpigmentation and I deal with this stuff every day. Also, I do contour my forehead, so please, this is the glue doing this to me, literally selling me out as I peel it off. But don't peel it off. It's not needed. I'm going to show you what the alcohol does, okay? It's going to melt that lace into your scalp. Trust the process. As you can see, there are parts of that lace that did not paste to my forehead, as it really makes me so angry. But anyway, you're going to take your glue again and your blow dry. Like I said, that's your best friend. Blow dry. Go in with your glue and blow dry, okay? Get everything pasted. That's why I cut my lace piece by piece so that I could fix the mistakes I did in between. And I think I love the way I show you guys how to do this wig thingy, because a lot of people do their wigs and they kind of cut off the parts where they make mistakes for the video to look so perfect. But then at the end of the day, How are you going to perfect yourself if you don't see the mistakes? If you don't see how to fix the mistakes? You feel what I'm saying? In this video, I show you how to do your you're going to make a lot of mistakes. Trust me. I'm also perfecting myself. I'm not a perfectionist yet. I am perfecting and doing this. That's why I'm sharing my skill with you guys. You feel me? But you're going to learn how to do this step by step. Every time you do your wigs, you're just going to get better, better, and better. Okay, mama? Don't worry. You're going to see me continue cutting into the lace. That's what I want y'all to do. Like you can see, there is glue that caught onto my lace, and that's fine. That's okay. It's not a problem, okay? That's not a problem. It's going to happen. Just comb it away, or if you can detangle it with your finger, do so. But cut as close to that hairline as possible. Don't cut your hair, okay? Make sure you sleek everything to the back before doing this. Cut as close to that hairline because you don't want to leave lace. It really looks funny when you leave lace behind, especially here at the front. It's going to look funny because we want that hairline to melt into your skin. We do not need excess lace, okay? We do not need excess lace. That's why I like these vendors. Their wigs come pre-plugged, okay? I don't like that solid start off at the beginning. It just makes everything look so plastic. But as you can see me cutting out the excess lace, the glue, that is all glue, okay? It is glue. And please don't think this is a lot of glue. It's not. Like I said, the alcohol is going to fix this. I'm so rough, okay? I'm so rough. I'm so sorry. Please don't do what I'm doing by scraping off the glue and all of that. I just want y'all to see what I'm doing. That's probably why I've been scraping it off. But do cut off the lace. Push back whatever you don't need. Cut as close to that hairline as possible, okay? Very close. And do cut zigzag. Don't forget not to cut like you need to cut like that. It just makes everything so easier, okay? Like you could see what I was telling you. Cut as close as possible. You want it to look very natural, like it's coming from your skin. Because everybody can see lace if it's left behind. And I don't want my girlies going out looking funny, okay? So as you can see, it's glue all over. Looks like it's peeling my skin off. I don't like that, so we're going to fix that right now. Here's where the alcohol comes in, okay? You're going to press that alcohol against that scalp of yours, baby. When I tell you wipe that glue off, wipe that glue off. Alcohol dries very fast, so you're not supposed to encounter any problems with this. So wipe that glue off. Wipe it off on the very beginning of that lace. Wipe it off, okay? You don't want to paste glue on top of that glue, especially when it comes to the hair on the top. It's not going to look nice. So I want you to press that alcohol against that your frontal. It's going to come right off, okay? It's going to look more neater. Like right now, it looks a little bit neat, okay? The glue is going to seal everything off. As you can see, there's a few parts that's not yet glued down. Now we're going to go in with our bonding spray again. If you're using Got2b, you're going to go in with your Got2b and your blow dryer. And you're going to spray right on top of that hairline. Not too much on the hair, okay? Just right on top of that hairline. And like I said, a little goes a long way, okay? You see how it's starting to really just become better? Yeah. It becomes better. It always becomes better, mama. Now you're going to take that rod. I feel so ashamed by calling this a rod. We're going to take that rod and press that lace down to our scalps, okay? We're trying to make this one nation, okay? Press that lace down to your scalp. Also, when you're using a regular comb, do remove the glue every time you use your comb to press down your lace. Wipe off the glue with alcohol, okay? Because if you do put that comb back on your forehead with that glue, it's going to leave a white cast and it's just going to mess everything up. If you know what I mean, if you've been here before, okay? So you want to make sure it is drying up, okay? You see me pressing that lace down to my scalp because that's how we melt everything in, okay? That's how we melt everything in, my babes. It's actually starting to look so much better. For real. Okay, now you're going to find yourself a darker powder or a contour powder, something a little bit darker than your shade, and you're going to add that at the beginning of your hairline. That is how you're going to blend in everything, okay? That is how you're going to blend in your hairline to look exactly like your scalp, or at least closer. You're going to keep blending that in until it looks like your scalp, mama. Keep blending that in at least close to, okay? We want this to look as natural as possible. Look at me. It is blended in for the gods, okay? That is, if you did follow all of these steps, your wig is supposed to look like this right now. It's supposed to look exactly like this, okay? Blend it in to your scalp. Now we're going to take the hair we sectioned off earlier. We're going to take that hair back out. Make sure it is the exact amount of hair you sectioned off, because now we're going to go in the cutting, okay? And this is where you also get to freestyle. You get to cut your edges as long or as short as you want to. You're going to also see me adjust my edges from small to big. I like a big swoop when it comes to my edges, and I like two swoops, but if you want a third one, you could always do that, no problem. This is where you get to freestyle, okay? Only you will know what fits with your forehead. 3, 2, or 1, no problem. Or no edges. Some people just don't like edges on their wigs, and that's okay. You can slick it to the back, okay? Like I did at first before I sectioned off my edges. So as you can see me just combing out that glue, make sure there is no glue on the parts that you sectioned out for your edges. Make sure it's glue free, okay? Glue free. You're also gonna see me here spray a little bit of that hair glue to the very beginning of the plucked section. That is what you want to do, just so that you could, I wouldn't really say create a gap, because we already created the gap when we plucked that area, but it's just to kind of have it slicked to the back. That's all we want to do, okay? We just want clean work henceforth, because we already done with the dirty side, okay? Also, do make sure that, because we haven't cut the edges yet, make sure the hair that you sectioned out is equal. It looks normal. It looks like sisters, you know, just something close. That's all you want, okay? Make sure you're not taking too much, too little, and don't cut too short. When you start cutting, don't cut too short, because once you cut this hair, baby, it's done, okay? It's done. You cut a long strip of edge just so that you can go in and cut little by little until you find your groove, okay? That's what you want to do. You see me slicking it to the back. Now I add my spray just a little bit to the plucked section of the hair, just to slick it to the back, because we'll be adding our elastic band if you have one. I have this cloth type of thing they sent in with the weave, and I'm gonna put that on. I'm gonna wrap my hair around it just to slick everything to the back, okay? We want some clean work. Please do not, I know you see me doing this, but do not slick your edges to the front. You're gonna struggle to get it off. When I tell you, I don't even know why I'm doing that, but don't do that, okay? Now you're gonna take your elastic band or whatever head wrap you have, and you're just gonna put that around that section of your hair just to lay everything to the back. Make sure your hair is tied up, just so you can get, reach everything. I always recommend everybody to put their hair to the back and tie them up, because once you tie a knot, you kind of tie your hair too, and once you take it off, it kind of breaks your hair. And I do it a lot. Like, I'm not even gonna double tie it. I'm just gonna have that on for like a few seconds, and I look good. Don't lie, I do. And that's what I do. I just keep it on for a few seconds just to put that to the back, okay? I don't want to keep it on too long. You don't have to, because the glue dries fast. You can take your blow dry like I did. Blow it, just a few seconds, and you can take it back off. We just want the hair to be to go to the back, okay? That's it. That's all we want. And now we got our hair to the back. We got everything sleeked to the back. It's done. Oh my God, my forehead's so big. They say women with big foreheads is beautiful. Yeah, let's not lie. It's big. I know you see it, but now we are going to cut this edges, okay? Like I said, don't cut too short, just so that you can go in bit by bit until you find your groove. That's what you want to do. You see me combing out the glue that I had? I don't want you guys to go through that. That is just wrong. So as you can see me here, just plucking my edges a little bit, because if you could remember clearly, I did not pluck that section of my edges, okay? I only plucked my sideburns on that side, but I'm just minimizing the hair because I don't want to keep going back with having to put hair to the front and bring hair to the back and stuff like that. I don't want to do that. So I'm just minimizing the hair, because originally, this hair is full. Okay, it is full because of the texture of the hair. So I'm just minimizing. That's all I'm doing. No harm. You don't have to do that. If you have to, please do take your time. Go in little by little. Also, cut your edges like this. Okay, I don't know what to call this method. Not too short. Not too short. Okay, you're gonna see me switch up my edges, because I like to compare the two edges and see which one I like, and then I make the other one look exactly like the other one I like. I hope that makes sense. But as you can see me playing around with my edges here, just trying to see what my groove is. That's all I want to do. I just want to see what works for me here. And you're going to see me switch up my edges so much. I'm going to do this side. It's going to be too small for me. And you're going to see how I add hair to that, okay? As you can see now, I'm just going to cut the beginning of that hair just to make it seem more normal, because you wouldn't want a long swoop like that in the beginning especially. You want it to look good, natural, okay? Look normal. So that's what you want to do. The rest of the hair can be longer because it swoops right into the weave. But the beginning of it needs to look very natural, okay? It needs to be short. So you don't want to cut your edges too short, okay? You don't want to do that. You want to cut them long enough so that if you feel, oh, now they're too long, you can go in and cut it shorter. Because once you cut off that hair, you don't get it back. You can't get that hair back, darling. That's the mistake people make. That's why I keep telling you guys, go back and forth. Go back and forth. See what you like. If you don't like it, you change it, That's all. You just see me playing with my edges. At this point, mama, freestyle. Okay, freestyle. Cut off those long tails. Okay, cut them off. But freestyle your edges, because here is you doing what makes you look good. Okay, I like 2. You might like 3. You're going to find your way around it, okay? As long as everything is equaled out. That's all you need. And that mousse, let me tell you, baby, it dries so fast. Put a lot of mousse on there and swoop those edges, okay? Not too much for it to absorb in your lace, because it's going to make your lace lift. Just enough to swoop those edges. You see that? Somebody might like it, but I really don't like it. So I'm going to do the other side of my edges to see if I like it, and I'm going to change that. I'm going to show you guys how to do it, okay? The same with your sideburns. Cut them in an angle. Do not cut your sideburns straight. It's not going to look nice. You want that tail to swoop to the side. Please use alcohol. Don't be rough like me, scraping off stuff on my face, knowing damn well my face is sensitive as hell. Don't do that, okay? Use your alcohol to take that off. Please use that method that I'm using to cut my hair. Don't cut the hair in one chop. It's not going to look good. You need to cut it like that, okay? So you can have that the hair is not on one level, should I say, or it's not equally cut. It makes it look much better and natural. And like I said, you don't have to make your edges this big or your sideburns. I like mine big. I like everything big. You don't have to make it this big. Like I said, freestyle, okay? Whatever works for you works for you. You see, now I'm scraping off glue, and that's what I'm avoiding. I don't want you guys to push the hair down the part that you sectioned off on your forehead, because it's gonna catch all the glue and it's gonna paste to your forehead. Please do remove it with, oh my god, don't do that. No, don't do that. Do not do that. But I'm so used to it. That's why I got this bad habit. But like I said, I'm gonna show you my mistake and I'm gonna show you how to fix it. Please do use alcohol to soak up that glue and just wipe it off or something. But please do not pull on your lace like that. It's going to rip. And I don't know why I don't learn, but yeah. Doing the same thing on this side. Just plucking the hair just so I could minimize the amount of hair on there because of the texture of the hair, okay? If you're doing this with straight hair, you don't necessarily have to do this at all, okay? But it just depends on what you want. As you can see, I am doing a big swoop on this side because, like I said, I like my edges big. I like my edges big because this hair is going to be full and big. I don't want my edges to look thin. I like that one, okay? I like that one. And I'm going to make the other side look like the other side. At this point, I'm telling myself, I fucked up. But yeah, no. I'm going to show you guys how I did it. You see, the reason why I said pluck your wigs in the beginning is because of this. It makes it easier for you to do this. Everything, you see how the combos are connecting? This is what I'm telling you. Now you can add more hair and you don't have to like go in and pluck anymore because you already did like a second layer of plucking. It makes it easier. Now you're just going to cut your hair according to the length of the first ones. And you're going to swoop that to the back and make that stuff look equal, okay? You see? You see? Why I tell you guys not to skip steps? it allows you, it plays stuff. There's some stuff that just goes a long way. You see? Now I got more hair. You see what I'm saying? It's easier that way to make this stuff look equal. I don't know why it don't look equal at that point, but when I face to the front, it just looks so perfect. You could go back to the first video I uploaded and you can see how perfect it looks from the front. I just love it. I just love how I did this wig. At this point, you're already supposed to be smiling and happy with the result of your wig. That is as easy as it goes, okay? This is how you do it. This is how your wig's supposed to look like. You're going to do the same with that sideburn. The same you did on the other side is what you do on this side too, okay? Cut at an angle. And don't make one full chop. Now you're going to take some of that dark powder that you had in the beginning. You're going to take that powder and you're going to add that powder to the sides of your edges where you pluck, just to kind of bring out that, you know, that pluck effect. That's all you're going to do, just to make it be seen, okay? You got to make it known that you put in the work, okay? We're going to part our wigs and we're going to pluck that part too. This is optional, to be honest. You don't have to do this, but because most of the styles I'm going to be doing with this wig is going to be a part, like I'm going to do a middle part, that's why I'm plucking. You don't have to do it. It looks very normal to some people. It's going to be like, oh, it's fine. You don't need to pluck. I did it because I do middle parts a lot when it comes to my styling, so I need to part it, add some concealer, make it look normal, like a normal parting, okay? Like this stuff coming from my scalp. Also, when you do start plucking here, do not pluck the beginning of the lace, okay? That's what makes it look normal. Don't pluck the beginning of the lace. Right there, don't pluck there. Pluck inside, okay? That's the part you need to leave, because that's the start of your hairline. You don't want to touch that at all. So now you're going to push that hair down and pluck. Don't pluck in one place twice, okay? Pluck and move, pluck and move, pluck and move. You see how it's coming together? You see, I want a natural parting. I don't want it to look like it's just there, a line that's just there. It's too solid off. I want it to look natural, so I have to pluck. I hate plucking. I hate losing hair, but at the end of the day, like I said, a girl gotta do what a girl gotta do. If you can see, my mom is literally there and I'm just telling her under my breath, I'm recording. I am recording. Because she always just barge in, bro. Like, exactly. You see how it looks like? Because if you need to part your hair, unless you don't have a head full of hair, your parting would look like that. Because it's just normal. Okay, it's just giving me normal vibes. And when I do a parting with this hair, I will show you guys how normal it looks like. It just looks fly. At this point, you're done with your hair. You're done with this tutorial. You're done with everything. But now, if you did do this part, okay, then we're not done yet. If you did pluck, you need to add at least concealer just to that parting. You don't have to. You do not have to. This is not a must at all. I'm just adding it because right after this, I might be doing a parting, okay? And I just want that line to be seen I just want everybody to see I did that line, okay? You gotta make sure people see the work you put in. And you are gonna mess up with the concealer. Look what I did, but it's fine. Nothing alcohol can fix. Nothing a finger can fix, okay? You just want to make sure that here, everything can be seen. That line is visible. Okay, that's what you want. Yeah. Now you're done. You're literally done with your hair. Look at that. Look at that. Okay? Look at the front of our wig. Does it look like anything it looked like in like 5 minutes ago? Not even. It is melted to your skin, okay? And that's what you want. You want it to be melted to your skin. Look how I struggled to take this thing out. This is why I say I just break everything. I'm so rough. But it's okay. We're done. At that point, I really wanted to cut a chunk in this hair. But this is how the hair looks like. I'm happy with my results. I'm also in the learning process, but I am glad that I'm sharing my experience with you guys and how I do my thing, because everybody keeps asking how I install my wigs. And this is how I do it, you know. Practice makes perfect. Do this every day and you're going to be the best of the best, okay? This is how you want to look. I'm just adding concealer to that part that I added my powder just to kind of, you know, just be extra. I like to be extra, so yeah. That's all I'm doing. But you're basically done with your wig. It looks cute. I think I look beautiful. And you should too at this point. You should look as cute as I look now. Look at that. Beautiful, equal, just everything just looks similar, okay? For me, it's a goodbye, and I hope you do subscribe, like, share, comment, do whatever you can do in this video. Right now, as you can see, I'm just adding that dark powder to my forehead, just contouring it in, you know, making everything look perfect. Like I said, this is my contour I'm pressing in, but baby, you should look as gorgeous as I look. From me, it's goodbye. Until later.